Coming up on today's show, we have seen how the University of Central Florida has adapted to COVID, and we have highlights from the last Friday's football game. Stay tuned, you're watching ROR TV. Good afternoon, Oviedo. I'm Brianna Babona. Today is Thursday, October 1st. If you can believe it, we're 3/4 of the way through 2020. But hey, we'll have Halloween this month. Usually on a crisp fall morning like today, college campuses are full of students working their way through the semester. But this year has brought changes to colleges like UCF just as it has to our campus. Reporter Lillian Ray has more.
This school year, there have been a lot of changes in our day-to-day lives because of the COVID-19 pandemic. While we know a lot about what has been different at OHS, UCF, our local university, has had no shortage of changes as well.
Well, the university has a brand new COVID-19 policy, and this policy encompasses all of the rules and changes for both our students and employees. Main notes from that policy is masks are required at all times. We also have a new UCF app that has a self-checker. In this self-checker, you go through a number of symptom checks each morning. By completing this app, it's going to tell you if we recommend that you are tested or if you're free to come on campus. We've placed hand sanitizers throughout the university. We have hands-free entry on all of our doors. All of our faucets in the university have been retrofitted to be hands-free. There's just been a wide variety of actions taking place on behalf of the university, and much of that is outlined in our new policy.
The rules and regulations put in place at UCF are very similar to the ones we have here. Carrie Lynn, a student at UCF, spoke about what she thinks of these policies.
I mean, I think they're smart. I think it's hard to get such a huge student body to follow every single rule and regulation. It's just not going to happen perfectly. But I know as far as like practices go, I have to have them on even when we're practicing, which is difficult. But I mean, it's for our safety and they got to do what they got to do. And we just, for everyone else's safety, it's good to just follow them.
It can be difficult to wear a mask during sports practices. This season, our OHS color guard has had to adjust to the new requirements in our athletics department.
So this year we have to social distance between people basically, so we have to be 6 feet apart and we have to keep our mask on at all times, which is hot usually, but anything to actually have a season this year, we're all pretty happy that we still get to spin, so.
Our campus feels very different this year, with much of the student body learning from home. At UCF, the majority of students are learning virtually, which has caused the mood of their campus to change.
There's so many cool things going on campus all the time. Like there's always tables set up selling things. You always have something or someone there. And so you don't really get that. It's such a fun atmosphere. Usually it's so like hype all the time, no matter what time of year it is. And you definitely like lose out on that. Especially when you're there now. It's so quiet and I feel like everyone's super timid just because of everything going on. So it's not as like friendly and fun.
COVID-19 was completely unexpected and it caused a lot of damage very quickly. But it's the systems and precautions that have been put in place in our communities that are going to make a difference in overcoming this pandemic. This is Lillian Ray reporting.
All boys interested in playing basketball this coming season are invited to play in open gym this month. You must be cleared through our new online system and the athletic office in order to participate. Please stop by Coach Valerie's room 8024 with any questions. So far, only 300 of the 2020 senior class have had their portraits made for the yearbook. The list of students who have taken their photos is posted in the comments. Please check to see if the yearbook information is accurate. If you have not had a portrait taken yet, please call Leonard's Studio in Castleberry and make an appointment. They will only take appointments, not walk-ins. They have extended their hours, which will make it easier to accommodate your schedule. The deadline is approaching. If you want to be in the yearbook, call right away. If you are interested in joining Epsilon Nu Gamma but cannot attend the informational meeting, please send an email to Mrs. Sudamak. She will answer any questions you have and will get the application form for the chapter. Applications are due today, October 1st. Before we go, we've got updates and highlights of last week's football game in this morning's O-Town Sports Update.
Hey Lions, I'm Riley Finnegan here with today's O-Town update. This past weekend, JV Cross Country ran at the Hagerty Invite and varsity at the Katie Caples Invitational. The varsity boys at Hagerty took 10th, varsity girls at Katie Caples took 8th, and the boys took 12th place. Overall, out of the 14 girls and 25 boys that ran last weekend, 17 achieved personal records and 14 season bests. Last week's first win at home for varsity football was definitely one to remember. Let's head over to reporter Addison Armour for more on that.
Last Friday on their senior night, your Oviedo Lions took on Harmony Longhorns. Harmony started off strong with an immediate kick return touchdown. Oviedo came back with a passing touchdown of their own from quarterback Luke Rucker and receiver Alex Sanders. After a kick return, Harmony was immediately stopped by a strong tackle from Logan Terrell. A long pass from Rucker to Winston Brown allows the Lions to get one step closer to the end zone and leads to another touchdown for the Lions, making the score 14-7. Another passing touchdown from Rucker puts the Lions ahead even more. Harmony kicks off the second quarter with a touchdown from Tyler Emmons, making the score 20-14. Oviedo remained strong, retaliating with a touchdown of their own from receiver Keith Namasango. With the Lions ahead 35-14, Tyler Emmons breaks several backfield tackles and scores yet another touchdown for Harmony, making the score 35-21. Oviedo prevails with another touchdown from Alex Sanders and an additional passing touchdown from Rucker. Rucker's amazing performance led the Lions to a 56-21 victory, and he also broke the school record for passing touchdowns in a single game, with 7 touchdowns. For O-Town Sports, this has been Addison Armour reporting.
Last night, girls golf faced off against Lake Brantley and Seminole and finished with a 248, right behind Brantley with a 238 and Seminole's 234. Maya Bremer was the top performer with a 53. Boys golf also fell to Lake Brantley and Seminole with a score of 161. Brantley with a score of 160 and Seminole with a 194. Both girls and boys bowling defeated Crooms. The boys were led by Andy Rocker with a high score of 213 and the girls were led by Annie Olay with a high score of 201. Slow pitch softball won twice yesterday with a 12-4 win over Seminole and a 10-2 win over Winter Springs. Catherine Buckner hit 6 out of 8 with 5 doubles. Freshman football was defeated by Seminole yesterday, 24-0. Tonight, girls volleyball plays at West Orange at 5 and 6:30, and JV football takes on Seminole at home at 6. That's it today for sports. Go Lions!
That's all we have for you today, Oviedo. Go Lions!